So I took off running into the exam room, and this nigga followed right behind me like he was Michael Myers, walking all slow and shit. I'm standing in the doorway, and I'm looking at him. He come in the room. I close the door. I step away from him because it's like he was right here, and I was right here. So he kept inching closer, and I kept inching back. And I was just like, look, do not yell at me, because if you yell at me, you're going to alert my coworkers, and I know my best friend is right at this door. So don't yell at me, please. He was like, I'm not coming to yell at you. I'm coming to talk to you. So you called my dad? I was like, yeah, I called your dad. I didn't know what else to do. I'm like, I was scared. Like, you're scaring me. And you have put your hands on me before. So, yes, I called your dad. I called your dad. And he was just like, so you feel like having my dad view me a certain way was a good idea? And I was like, well, you didn't leave me much of a choice. You didn't. Like, I told you not to come to my job, and you kept insisting on coming to my job. And I know what comes with that when you keep insisting. So I'm like, let me just call the one person that you would listen to, because clearly you're not listening to me. Don't come to my fucking job, and you're here. And he was just like, Slim, lower your fucking voice. Stop yelling at me. I'm like, look, I am not yelling at you because I'm not trying to alert my coworkers. I may be speaking with a little bass in my voice, but it's not loud. It's bass, so it's a little low. It's like, yeah. And he was just like, oh, so you think you all protected because you here at work? He was like, don't make me, and bucked at me. And I'm just like, my scary ass. I jumped back. He was like, see, you flinching. He was like, look, I ain't come here to fight you. I just wanted to talk to you and explain that grinder. Like, I do not have a grinder. I just want you to know, like, when you get home, I'm going to show you the messages with the email that I was emailing customer support about it because they need to take that old profile down. And I'm just like, it ain't even about the grinder. It's about everything else. And like you said, like, we don't have to talk about this right now because I don't want to talk about this because I'm at work. Like, let me work and we'll talk about it when I get home. He's like, all right, I'm about to go pick up Jackson. Mind you, Jackson was already at my job. And I was just like, all right, go pick up Jackson. Yeah, it's almost time for you to go pick up Jackson. Go pick up Jackson. When you go pick up Jackson, just come pick me up, and then we'll go home and we'll talk about it. He was like, all right, because we need to talk about you calling my dad. Like, we do need to talk about you calling my dad and let my dad know that. And I was like, okay, all right, fine. He left out the room. And when he left out the room, I waited like 2 minutes. And then I went to the stairwell to like watch him get in the car. And when I watched him get in that car, I called the lift. Like, I called my lift to pick me up because I'm like, look, I'm not going fucking home this goddamn man. Ain't no telling what the fuck he on. And he about to get in that carpool line and wait for a good 30 minutes and then get up to the front and they tell him that Jackson not here. Shit, no, I'm not dealing with that fucking attitude from that fucking bear. So I called a lift. And the lift picked us up in the front because I wasn't sure if he was going to come back or whatever not, like what was going to do. The lift picked me up in the front. And sure enough, when we was walking out to the lift, I saw his car out the corner coming to park in the parking lot. I'm like, Jessica, come on, hurry, let's get in the car. He's like, Mommy, where we going? And I was just like, we are going to go on a little mini staycation. He's like, what's a staycation? Like, what's that, Mommy? And I was like, well, we're going to stay in the hotel, but we're going to stay in the hotel with a pool so you can go swimming. He was like, but it's cold because, again, it was December time frame. He's like, but it's cold outside. The pool open. I'm like, I'm going to find a hotel with an indoor pool so you can go swimming. He was like, okay, is Dad going to come? I was like, no, D isn't coming. Like, because he started calling him Dad because D told him to call him Dad. Like, look, I'm your dad. You call me Dad. You address me as Dad. Because he was trying to put up this facade that was his son. Whatever. So he was like, Dad, come on. I'm like, no, Dad's going to stay. He's going to stay at home, okay? D's going to be at home. It's just going to be me and you. We're going to have mommy time. He was like, well, what about Carter? I was like, well, you know it's not my day to have Carter because me and my baby daddy, we had joint custody. We split custody with him. I had 5 days. He had 5 days. So it was literally 5 days on, 5 days off. Today was the start of my 5 days off. So his dad was going to pick him up from the daycare. I didn't have to worry about him. So I get to the hotel. And as soon as I get to the hotel, sure enough, D blowing my phone up. He blowing my phone up. He was just like, I know you seen me outside. Jackson is not at school. You know he ain't at school. Where the fuck is my son? Where's my child? And I text him back. I'm like, look, I have Jackson. We good. We okay. He was like, where the fuck you at? Where the fuck you at, Keon? I'm like, look, me and Jackson, we're good. I'm like, I'm going to just give you this day to calm down because I know you upset about your dad. I'm like, we can talk when you calm down because you got too much aggression in your voice right now. I'm not doing that. He was like, oh, you want to talk tough because you over the phone. Where the fuck you at? And I'm just like, me and Jackson just going to enjoy our night. You enjoy your night. You got my car. Do whatever the fuck you want to do. Go meet your bitches. I do not care today. Right now, it's just me and my son, and we finna relax, and we finna be good. And I hung up the phone, stopped answering the phone for him. His dad called me later on that night while we're in the hotel and settled in or whatever. Not his dad called me. He was just like, hey, Kayana, how's everything? I was like, everything's going good. He was like, okay, well, I was just calling to check on you and Jack, see how you guys are doing. I'm just like, no, we good. He was like, did you ever talk to Darian? I was like, I talked to him. And I decided that I was just going to give him the night. So me and Jackson are at a hotel right now. So I'm giving him the night. He was like, okay, that's a good thing for you guys. Just let y'all cool out for the day. He's like, that's good. He was like, do you need any money for the hotel? I'm like, nope, I already paid for it. It's fine. I don't want to worry you. Like, we're good. We're fine. And he was just like, okay. Yeah, because I talked to Darian and I told him that he cannot be doing that. He cannot put his hands on you. I don't care how mad you get. And if you get that mad, you need to leave. Like, you just need to leave. Y'all don't need to be putting your hands on each other. I was like, I know. He was like, okay, well, call me if you need me. I was like, okay, I'll call you if I need you. And that was that. He hung up the phone. And Darren just kept blowing my phone up. And I'm like, nigga, fuck you. I ain't doing this. Me and my son watched fucking Pokemon and went to sleep. We wasn't done that shit. I did take him to the pool. It was an indoor pool. Did take him to a pool as promised. And then went to sleep. So in his eyes, we were just having a little mini sleepover at a hotel so we could swim for the night. Because I didn't want to alert him to what was actually happening. So the very next day, I got a lift to the job. And when I got to the job, I got my friend's car to take my son to school. And I came back and I did my job. After work, this nigga picked me up from work. He picked me up from work. I got in the car and I was like, hey. He was like, what's up? I'm like, you good? He was like, we're going to talk when we get home. Let's just go pick up my son, and then we're going to talk when we get home. I was like, okay, all right. So he went to school, picked up Jackson, we went home. We got home. He didn't want to talk about it. He did not want to talk about it. I'm like, I'm not about to push it, because I'm like, nigga, I know I told your dad some mess that I wasn't supposed to tell your dad. And you upset about it. I know you upset about it because your dad is now looking at you a certain way. But I was looking out for me and my child. Fuck you. Fuck you. And I'm like, and then I gave you the free night. I literally gave him the free night. I did not bother him. That man was free to do whatever the fuck he wanted to do in my car. I know. Shut up. I know. He's already been doing what he want to do regardless in my car. He's already been doing what he want to do regardless in my house. But at that moment, I felt like I gave that nigga an option. I gave him that option to do what the fuck he wanted to do. So I did not give a fuck what he did. So he did ask me. He was just like, hey, did you submit my paper? Because like I said, yes, I was doing his work and my work on top of everything. So I'm just like, yeah, I did your paper because he was supposed to graduate in the next couple of weeks. So he was like, you did my paper? I'm like, yeah. Well, next week, actually. And I was like, yeah, I did it. I submitted. I'm like, did you see that it was submitted? And he was just like, no, I didn't see that it was submitted. I was like, well, check now. And he checked, saw that it was submitted. And it was that.